The last year's report is there is some about 584,000 skilled labor positions which are still empty in the market. Okay. So yes, there is unemployment, but there is also labor shortage. Yeah.
Okay.
So hello and welcome to Success Mantra, where we ask bold questions to uncover the real stories behind the success.
Perfect. So today we have Sneha ji, who is working at a renowned, let's say, business school in Frankfurt. And she's also working as a career counselor. And today we will be talking all about the German job market, the students, the studies, and everything, that what is needed for students. So Sneha ji, please welcome to the Success Mantra podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Perfect. So maybe we can start with your introduction so that everybody know about your background.
Mm-hmm. So I have been a core HR professional. So I did about 12 years of core HR in India, purely setting up HR structures, people functions, policy building. In my last assignment, I was in India. It was a big company in the retail space with about 3,000 odd employees. Then we thought, let's do something different, let's do something new. So 3 years back, me and my family, we moved to Frankfurt, and I've been working as a career counselor ever since. So basically just helping young to mid-level professionals finding their first job in Germany, or even, making that change. Maybe they are IT professionals now wanting to go into banking and finance. So helping them make the change, making them aware of what some standards and structures are in the market. That's what I've been doing.
Perfect. No, that's great to know that your experience is very valuable, I think, to all the viewers who are looking, because it's not only the business school, but also the HR background that you had, that you worked at senior vice president position, so that people have really, to learn from you how to get a first opportunity in Germany.
Hopefully, yes. The market is very different, and it's all, some things, of course, work common throughout the hiring functions. But yes, there are some very unique things that we've learned, discovered over the past few years about how things work in the German market.
No, that's true. Because आजकल बहुत influencers, बहुत ज़्यादा hype भी बनाते हैं कि बहुत skill, labor shortage है और यहाँ दुनिया भर के लोग चाहिए. But let's talk about the reality. Okay, let's start with the first question. Very clear and, as I said, very blunt. Because as we know from German market, there are 3 million jobs, or almost, or the 3 million, let's say, the unemployment people are here. Okay. And on the other side, that international students keep coming. Yes. Germany is promoting, everybody is promoting. Yes. So which are the best courses that students should pick up? Yes.
I mean, before I get to that, one thing, yes, there is a 3 million unemployment, so to say, in the market. That's one side of the market. But you will see there's the other side of the market. In German, the word is Fachkräftemangel, which is skilled labor shortage.
Okay.
There is some, the last year's report is there is some about 584,000 skilled labor positions which are still empty in the market. Okay. So yes, there is unemployment, but there is also labor shortage. Yeah.
Okay.
That's something we must keep in mind. And just to say, what you said, Instagram influencers, they're only saying, German government is calling, ye free hai, wo free hai, please come. My request and recommendation around all this is only 3 very important things. The first thing is, before coming, one must do their own research very carefully. Is their skill set, what they are offering to employers, really what is required in this market? So if they have that skill set, yes, they're going to have a very, very good, bright chances. Yeah. The second thing is also picking the right university. So a lot of times when we speak to students, they look at coming to Germany only because ya to free hai,
public university,
sasta hai, or something like that.
US or Canada.
To US. I think that's where they make this mistake. While they end up investing money also, because living is not free here, right?
Right.
So you are investing money, but you don't get the real cream out of the opportunities available. So they should really research, is it well accredited in the market? Does the structure of the course really add value to what the requirement is of the market? Is the university very well close tied up with corporate partners? So those are things they really have to check before they make their first step into the market.
Okay, got it. So if I take a crux out of it, skill. So you are telling that yes, there are jobs, but in the skilled market.
Yes.
But then probably there are some categories like unskilled market. I don't know, maybe, I don't know what we are talking about. Are we talking about some technician, or what exactly we are talking on the unskilled people?
So, two types, yeah. For example, take my example, yeah. If I'm an HR person, and there will be many who are in HR, who are in business development, key account management, sales, who would think they are also skilled. Yeah,
Okay,
they
yes.
would want to come to the market. Very difficult to crack it.
Okay.
Language is difficult.
Okay.
You need to have geographical experience, the local market experience, cultural knowledge, these things, yeah. But if someone is from the renewable energies sector, someone is, you know, if there is someone who's like a Python developer working, making
Okay,
algorithms
IT,
in the capital markets. If someone is an IT developer, I recently met a senior partner who caught me and said, do you know anybody who can do SAP implementations? Just send me the names, I will not interview.
It's a STEM background. that
Yeah,
means
so
it's a STEM
some of
background.
these
Okay.
technical fields or some of these upcoming industries, renewable energies, like I said,
AI, for example, yeah.
those really are in demand. We all know doctors are required in Germany.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there are some other technical fields who are really required in
Okay,
Germany.
got it.
These lists are very easily available from reliable sources. Yeah.
Okay.
Government of Germany publishes these resources.
Okay.
Please do the research from those. Yeah. Not
Okay.
Instagram influencers, but what the government
Real
of Germany
research.
is
Got it.
really presenting how many vacancies are there.
Got
And
it.
what about finance sector here? That's in demand or?
So I would say yes, that's in demand, especially Frankfurt as a market. So I've been working very closely with finance professionals over the years. Again, some skills are very critical. If you're looking at one side of finance, which is corporate finance and all of that, yes, doable. If you're looking at investment banking, strategy consulting, stuff like that, you really need C1, C2 level German.
Okay.
Okay.
understood.
So that becomes a difference. But yes, analyst positions, business analyst, data analyst, these in the financial sector, quite a good market for them, especially in the Frankfurt region.
Understood. So moving on to the next question, after graduation, like with no campus placement, there might be some people who have just graduated and they don't really have the campus placement and they're struggling with the jobs or to find the right position for them. So what's your 3-step plan to hit the ground running in the job market before it hits you?
Yes, firstly, this is very important that you're pointing out that there is no concept of placement.
Okay.
Placement actually for the Germans meant something very different. For them, it was just networking.
Okay.
So when I came and I explained to everybody I knew what placement for us, especially in India, means, they were shocked. They fell off their chairs and they said, we are not guaranteeing anybody jobs, okay?
Okay.
But I would say if for a 3-step plan, we could easily break it down into timeline wise also.
Okay.
Na? 0 to 1 month or even before coming. Research, like we
Okay,
talked about
okay.
now. What is required? What are the best things to do? What are the fields you should be in?
Great.
As soon as you get here and settle down, 1 to 3 months, I would say, again, spend time on networking.
Okay.
One, talking to the right people, because this market entirely works on referrals.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. The second thing I would recommend is just getting the LinkedIn in place, getting the CV in place, because the German CV has to look different. Yeah, it's not what we have in other geographies. So getting the CV in place, getting the cover letters in place. So doing all that operational work in the first 3 months should be good.
Okay.
And thereafter looking at trying to get, especially for students, trying to get these short-term Werkstudentenstelle, which is working student jobs,
Okay.
small 20
or
hour
practicum or something
or
like that.
practicums, no? Getting internships. So that would really help them get an idea of what is required in the market.
And I think that it will also add the work experience
Yes.
in their profile as well.
Yes.
That a particular person has done the studies from there, and the person has also done the practicum or the work student, as you mentioned. So then it also get easier for the company to
Yes.
absorb that candidate.
Yes, because they've got a foot in the door somehow.
yeah,
no?
exactly.
So very, very
Just to
important.
start, just to go into that direction.
Okay, and then when we are talking about the German market, now recently we came to know about the US H1B visa, or Canada, maybe there are a lot of issues with the visa. So, and now, as I said, German market is being hyped, from the job perspective, from the education perspective. Is it just a hype or it's a long-term planning?
Actually, I would say it is only a long-term planning.
Okay.
It is not a hype.
Okay.
Because because in this market, mastering the language, getting around the bureaucracy, and really integrating into the local culture, it is not a short-term thing. You should do it only if you can play the game in the longer term.
Okay.
So yes, what is very good, you are not dependent on an employer to sponsor or put money for your visa.
Okay.
Yeah? And hence employers are also very open to hire you if you have the right kind of skill set. But getting the right kind of skill sets is very important.
Right.
If someone is able to get over all of these challenges and be here in the longer term, this is a good place to be in. But I would say again, research is key on what is required.
Okay. So you're telling it's a long term thing.
Only a long term thing. Okay. It's not a short term. I don't think it's valuable in the short term.
Okay.
Learning the language is a big challenge. Integrating into the society is a big challenge.
So डर के आगे जीत है.
हाँ, तो आप कर लो, तब तो बिल्कुल definitely it's worth it.
Okay.
There's no lottery system, and the process is, yes, there is a lot of bureaucracy in Germany. They love their paperwork. But the good part is there is no discrimination on the paperwork. सबको same करना पड़ता है.
सबका same है.
Yeah, so that way it's good.
So as जैसे कि आपने बोला कि like बहुत सारे बच्चे ऐसे भी होते हैं कि कईयों को मिलती है जॉब, कईयों को नहीं मिलती है, and they have to face lot of challenges sometimes as well. So what do you think? I think that there must be around 40,000 or 40,000 or 400,000 or more students who came here to study. So what do you think, what is the percentage of the students who actually land up into their dream job?
I mean, see, if you ask me dream job, वैसी तो कोई concrete percentage नहीं है, but there are two different matrices you can look at. The first metric is year on year there is an increase. So अगर आप 24 का विंटर सेमेस्टर, दिस इज ऑल डार्ट में इस जुलाई में जो रिपोर्ट पब्लिश हुई थी, 25 में जो रिपोर्ट पब्लिश हुई थी.
डार्ट क्या है?
सो दिस इज वन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन जो does the scholarships and provides information for all students about different universities and courses. So dart.aa उनका वेबसाइट है, very helpful. तो उनकी जो स्टडी थी 25 में, उन्होंने बताया कैसे विंटर सेमेस्टर ऑफ 23 में अराउंड 358,000 इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स आए थे. दैट नंबर हैज इंक्रीज टू समथिंग अराउंड 440,000 in 1 year itself. So number one, people are coming. Okay. Then their study also spoke to some 100 plus university ke students where they asked them, are they planning to stay here long term? Around 2/3, so around 67-68% said yes, they are planning to stay here long term. So which is a good sign.
Good.
About 1/3 of the respondents, however, said that they are feeling fully confident that they will land their job that they want to. Okay.
Only 1/3.
So which means, while 67% want to stay, maybe only about 35% are very confident that they will land their dream or they feel comfortable, which means there is a gap. Okay, let's be realistic, there is a gap. Maybe everybody doesn't start with their dream job, but they understand it's a longer journey. जो हमने भी कहा कि अगर आप लंबे समय तक कर सकते हो, then you end up having a decently good job in the line that you want to be in.
Okay.
May not happen immediately as soon as you graduate, but it's a long. You have to work towards it.
It means आपको रेस में बने रहना पड़ेगा. अगर स्टार्टिंग में नहीं मिली है तो maybe 1 year down the line, 2 or 3 years down the line, you will land up into your dream job slowly and gradually.
Okay. And इस पूरी job process search में and then also education, what is the role of German language? I think German language role we already talked, but I also somehow find out that a lot of our colleagues and other especially working in the IT side, they are still means they're coming with a good English, and they can easily survive. So is it still okay with the English? Anybody can get a job or?
But देखिए फिर you said the IT folks, right? अब उनके programming तो सब English में ही होती है ना. AWS anyway runs on English, right? Yes, for IT decent. Also because they really need IT people in the market. Okay. So I think even the market is willing to compromise a little bit because they need IT experts. But if you look at other fields, like we said, sales, business development, HR, investment banking, consulting, you really need German. So that's one side work-wise. Why? You're facing the client. And let's be honest, most German companies are still headed by Germans.
Correct.
They would prefer it if someone is speaking their language. That's one side of it. But I think also from the other side, integration wise into the culture, into the society, it becomes very, very important that you know the language. I mean, it's just that you're walking around everywhere, you're going to the doctor, you are talking to your housemaster or something, you need the language for everything. It just makes life much easier.
I remember when I was in Berlin, and one of the, let's say, a great professional, he said that learning a language, German language, is even more important than even doing the Ausbildung or even the bachelor.
Because that's the basic of everything.
But I completely agree. So Abhi, now also people ask me, what are the top 3 things I should do in the next 2 years to get a job? I'm like, top 3 chodo, मैं top 10 बताती हूँ. And you know, I mean, this has become like my patent line. I'm like, मैं top 10 बताती हूँ. German. I say, 10 German है, 11th maybe I'll come up with something else. But वो 10 कर लो.
But I think कि इसके आगे जाके भी एक concern रहता है. What I have like experienced or what I have like heard about it, that even you know the German language, you have done the basic B1 or the basic B2. But however, आपकी language उस level पे नहीं होगी as compared to Muttersprachlich.
Yes.
So what do you think कि अगर ऐसे like आप interview देने जा रहे हो और interviews में ऐसे भी candidates हैं जो कि Muttersprachlich हैं and you have the learned German language skills. So इस case में आपके chances कैसे रहेंगे? Like it will be like bright, mediocre, or like you will be lagged behind, or what do you think?
It will entirely depend on आप कौन सी job के लिए जा रहे हो. Yeah. So if you're really going for an analyst kind of IT analyst kind of job, it's okay. Your other skill sets are more important. तो किसके पास वो skill sets better हैं, you get hired irrespective of. I mean, language is important. Then why? Team integration and all of that. Internal hai, yeah. But for skill set, they will compromise on internal. But again, अगर आप client facing roles के लिए जा रहे हो, then they would prefer a Muttersprachlich.
Okay.
Yeah, so that it really depends on which job you are looking at.
I think फिर वहीं आ गया starting में जो बात शुरू की थी हमने skilled and maybe semi-skilled. That if there's somebody skilled like IT professional or somebody more from the technical side, maybe वहाँ पे शायद there might not be very high requirement of German.
Yes.
But if it's something like admin role or I don't know, maybe some other sales role or customer facing roles, then definitely the German would be a requirement.
Yes.
Okay.
Agreed. Yeah, so now moving on to the next question. Which credentials and soft skills do German hiring managers care most about for mid-level roles, and how can international candidates prove them when they don't have local experience?
Again, it's going back to what we have been discussing, you know, how strong are your technical skills? That becomes very important. Along with that, because you mentioned soft skills specifically, you know, if you've worked in a team, if you've led a team, the biggest challenge that I have often noticed is people focus more on achievement-oriented CVs, which is the Indian way of writing it or the American way of writing it, you know. Increase so-and-so, achieved so-and-so. They don't focus on task.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting,
And in the German market, the Germans are very task-oriented. Task first, achievement later.
Okay.
So how well are you expressing that overall on your CV or in your storytelling? That also becomes very, very important. So soft skills are important. You don't have to always have, you know, you need to get your foot in the door, right? You don't have local knowledge. But what is it that you can bring to the table from your past experiences? What are the transferable skills? For example, you would have worked in a lot of real estate companies and now you want to go into asset management, okay? You don't have asset management experience. But because of real estate, you have a lot of skills of managing high net worth individuals who are buying real estate. You can take that and transfer it to asset management roles. So what transferable skills you have, how interestingly you can, so in German there's a rote Faden, you know, a red thread in your full storytelling can you build, that becomes very, very important.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's also talk about the, you know, the reality for today. If we see a lot of, let's say the Facebook groups like Indians in Frankfurt, Indian in Berlin. a lot of news come that I am being sacked. Lot of you know, बहुत सारी जॉब जाती हैं इसके अंदर और बहुत सारे मैसेज भी आते हैं. तो what do you think, what are the 3 industries which are still hiring despite of all this layoff? They're still hiring because in Germany, like, there are corporates, there are Mittelstand, there are startups.
Yes.
So which industry do you think is still hiring despite of this layoffs?
I mean, again, if you break it down into corporates, Mittelstand and startups, I would say all 3 are hiring. Okay. The risk level and the requirement level is very different. So Mittelstand typically is the mid-level. They're the backbone of the German economy. 5 billion or less turnover, but they are world leaders in their space.
Okay.
And there are a lot. So like आप अगर Japan में देखो, there are around 268 such companies. Because Japan is also technologically advanced. Compare that to Germany, there are 1568 such companies.
268 versus
1568.
Okay.
1563, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the difference between a Japan and a Germany. Okay. So companies हैं. These companies are typically located in the smaller areas. लोग जानते नहीं है ना.
And I think that जो बहुत small companies हैं या जो फिर mediocre companies हैं, most of the times इनकी advertisements भी इतनी नहीं रहती हैं.
होती ही नहीं है.
Jobs के लिए
होती ही नहीं है.
क्या कर what I have seen that many times कि ये लोग बाहर hoarding लगा के छोड़ देते हैं या फिर like local ही इनका start की website पे चला जाएगा. Otherwise जो बड़े जॉब पोर्टफोलियोज है लाइक लिंक्डइन और ये सब, तो इनके ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा इनकी एडवर्टाइजमेंट आई हैव सीन दैट नहीं रहती है.
नहीं है ही नहीं. Okay. And that is the issue. Everybody, so when you talk of automotive, everybody only thinks of BMW and Volkswagen in Germany. If you look at automotive OEM companies, there are about 300 to 400 market leaders in the OEM space in Germany, जिनके यहाँ कोई apply ही नहीं करता है because they don't know of them. Yeah. So, but coming back to your question, Rohit, Mittelstand is hiring, but because they are very very German oriented and like you said, ना लोग जानते ही नहीं उनके बारे में. You have to have very good technical skills for them, and everybody is looking for IT professionals. Yeah, so they are also looking at digital transformations, digitalization, IT transformations, business transformations, these kind of profiles. So that's very important for them. If you look at the corporates, very good for mid-level professionals who are trying to make a career change, because bigger corporates में थोड़े international भी होते हैं वो लोग.
Correct.
Right? So you know, while you are learning your German, like the big fours and all of that, they are hiring a lot of internationals. I know people who are working for 4 days and one day Big Four is sending them to learn German.
Okay.
ये setup है उनका.
घूम फिर के German पे ही आ गए.
German पे ही आ रहा है.
And like मैंने ये भी नोट करी है चीज कि अगर आप टेलीफोनिक इंटरव्यू दे रहे हो, in contrast to the personal interview, sometimes like कैसे रहता है कि अगर एक इंडिविजुअल की ओवरऑल पर्सनालिटी उसको रिक्रूटर को बहुत अट्रैक्टिव लग रही है, तो पर्सन की चांसेस पर्सनल इंटरव्यू में बहुत ज्यादा इंक्रीज हो जाते हैं. सो एज यू मेंशन इन दैट केस कंपनी ऐसे कैंडिडेट्स को हायर कर लेती है एंड देन दे लेटर ऑन सेज कि ओके वी विल स्पॉन्सर द लैंग्वेज फॉर यू, वी विल स्पॉन्सर these things for you.
If they think आपके टेक्निकल स्किल्स हैं, they will take you.
Yes. So and what hiring channels actually work in Germany for international talent? And like headhunters directly apply company referrals or contract routes, and when should mid-career professional use these?
You only answered this whole question कि जो Mittelstand वाले हैं, they are not on LinkedIn. Okay. So you have to get through to them via other channels. Now, how do you find them? Interestingly, last year Deutsche Bahn अपना जो DB है, उनकी 83% positions जो भी हैं वो internal reference से ही fill up हो गई थी. 83% positions.
बचा ही नहीं बाकी होगी.
Yeah. So that is how important networking is. यहाँ पे placement का concept नहीं होगा, agreed. But यहाँ networking का बहुत strong concept है. आपको जिस दिन job चाहिए, you can't go to a person and start networking. I want a job in Rohit's firm. I can't go to him and say, hey Rohit, I'm Sneha, please refer me. And Rohit's like, I don't know you. It's a longer process. I have to reach out to Rohit 1 year before, 2 years before. hi Rohit, your journey is interesting, exciting, I look for some guidance. I have to build that rapport with Rohit.
Correct.
So that when I see an opening, Rohit can think of recommending me, because it's his credibility online in the company,
Exactly.
right? So he can't just recommend someone he doesn't know. Personal referrals, most important. Headhunters, in my experience, are quite good, but they are really, really used by companies for either very senior positions or very niche profiles. जैसे pharma में medical underwriting के लिए some particular US skills, FDA skills के लिए चाहिए, then they are contracting headhunters to find such people. So headhunters are good if you're a very senior professional or you have a very niche profile. But remember here, headhunters are also very functionally or industry wise broken down, so you have to go to the right headhunter. And like you said, contract roles, I'm always a big fan for people starting out, especially students. That would be work student, internships and all, to get your foot into the market. So I think for junior positions, very, very important. Otherwise, LinkedIn. But LinkedIn mein people make this mistake. If it's an English speaking role, you will also see post hua 3 hours mein 100 applications, 200 applications. Don't get deterred by it, still apply. Okay, still apply. The ATS is going to filter out your profile depending on what skill sets you have.
Okay. Got it. And then the other part, as we talking about the job search process, in this part, let's say headhunter, as you told, are there also some specific websites for the German market that is helpful?
Yes.
Or some specific headhunters, for example?
Headhunters, so there are many kinds, yeah, but the bigger ones are all there in the German market. So if you look at Russell Reynolds, Hayes, Michael Page and all, they are quite active in the market, but they are the bigger ones. Chances of them taking over your profile is also very, very limited. They also work very niche. If you ask for specific websites, yes, there are not only for German jobs, but they are also industry wise broken. So bankjobs.de, then there is data science के लिए एक अलग है, greenjobs.de.
Is there something for admin roles as well? Admin.de.
For Threebs, something. So there is one.
Sales admin or something like that.
There is one. Mittelstand jobs के लिए एक अलग website है. So all Mittelstand people put jobs.
I think this is a very, very important information. I think most of the people don't even know about these things.
These are
just the big, what do you call it as, the big websites like LinkedIn, Indeed, they just keep on applying there, and this is very, very important information.
हाँ, तो LinkedIn का issue क्या है ना, to be very honest, and this is not a Germany issue, overall anybody who works in HR, like I said, some things are common to HR across. LinkedIn is very expensive for companies to put up jobs. So only the bigger firms who have these corporate tie-ups with LinkedIn are putting up jobs over there. But the smaller ones, the startup like berlinstartup.de, I think is a website. So all Berlin startups are there. There are different ones for AI, different for machine learning jobs. There are a lot of specific websites which are there, broken up industry wise, which typically don't charge that much. But between LinkedIn, Stepstone, starting out to do your initial research is okay, and then you can move on to these other
websites,
specialist websites also, so that you can get something out of there.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And very, very new information for us as well. Good to know information.
But that's what a lot of people don't know, and they stick to applying only via LinkedIn.
Exactly.
But a lot of times, trust me, LinkedIn is just data gathering tool.
No, actually, I was also doing this mistake in my initial years. I was like focusing only on LinkedIn for the consecutive 6 months. I was focusing only on LinkedIn. I do got the interview calls, but however, then with experience, I noticed that many of the jobs are not posted there. Because if you are starting your career, you won't aim for the very high job, or you have to first enter into a small job as well. So many of the small jobs are not published on internet
because they're expensive. It's not worth it.
Exactly.
To put it on LinkedIn.
Worth it for the recruiter as well.
For the recruiter.
Yes, understood.
Or classical, go to the career website of the company. So do your research on the company names. Who are the, let's say you're a renewables energy professional. So just look up what are the top 10, 15, 20 players in this space and break them down into corporates, Mittelstand, startups. Go to their websites, do your own research. They will have their openings on their website, and or they will always call in for unsolicited for applications, na? If you want to be a part of our team, especially for startups.
Yes.
They don't have structures. They just say, if you want to be a part of our team, write to us. Put in your application.
Kind of
over
motivation
there.
letter.
Yes.
Okay.
Always put that in, and then
I think that is very crucial in German job market.
Yes.
Okay, so moving on to the next question, Sneha, what is the one hard truth and one real opportunity about building a career in Germany that every student or professional needs to know before making the leap?
I think hard truth is what we've just been talking about again and again, that integration is tough in this market, but ties down to the real opportunity that it's worth it when you can make it. Yeah, so it's a good environment to work in. Work-life balance is actually very good. It's working in India. I know how many times I used to look at my work phone in a day after the end of the work. So now it's a completely different game. Yeah, so I think that's the good thing about working here. They really mean it when they say work-life balance, mental health, and all of that. It's really taken care of.
Okay.
Work is not life here. Work is 1/3. Okay. But you have 2/3 of your life for yourself, or even more. So they really value such things. So I would say, once you decide to get what is the place that you want to be in the market, is the market really open for it, is there opportunity for it, and then you struggle to make it in the market, it's worth it. But it's not इतने सारे जॉब्स हैं, आ जाओ, जर्मन गवर्नमेंट बुला रही है, जर्मनी बुला रही है, आ जाओ हो जाएगा. It is not that.
Yeah, understood. Because this is what my learning is, that German employers are not waiting with the red carpet for inviting people. It's the people who need, or the students or the professional who need to work hard to get these jobs, or the opportunities that we are working in the German market. And because one of the professionals also told me, and even many, that in Germany, if you want to, let's say, get more salary, then better go to USA, to Canada and other countries. But if you want to have work-life balance, as you just said, Sneha, so that is something, if people are aspiring for, then that's the country that you should come for. Last thing from my side to you is a tough question. What is your preference? Now you have been here in Germany for almost 4 years, and you have been working in India also for a long time as a senior in a vice president positions also on the HR side. If you would have been given this preference, which country you would choose from the professional background? Definitely from the personal perspective, we all love India, no doubt about it. But if I compare from the professional side, which countries you would prefer?
I mean, coming here also didn't just happen by chance for me, right? To be very honest, this was a big research we did.
Okay.
How's the economy, and US जा सकते हैं, oh no, it's going down the drain. UK, no. The difficult part about Germany is the language.
Okay.
But apart from that, everything is fairly good. We talked about work-life balance, but there's also one more thing that we didn't touch upon, which is very important here, is job security. You cannot just get fired. Okay. It's a very, very long drawn process. So a lot of times, you see these news, Bosch is firing so many people, Volkswagen is firing so many people, Continental is firing so many people. Their firing doesn't just happen. It's over a period of 3 years. And it's basis social structures. So if you are a person who's married, who has a child, you are down in the priority list of getting fired. Okay, so मतलब ये सारी चीजें भी देखते हैं वो लोग. ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ बस अब काम नहीं है तो, and they try their best to internally reallocate you to the extent possible.
Okay.
So not just work-life balance, but I think job security. Beyond a point, job security also becomes very important. But yes, like you said, you hit the nail on the head. अगर पैसा चाहिए तो यहाँ मत आओ. Because the salaries are not at the. In fact, to be honest, I think आजकल तो इंडिया में भी इतना अच्छा बूम आया हुआ है. आपको इंडिया में भी बहुत अच्छी सैलरी मिलेगी. But do remember, वो लोग पैसे देंगे तो वो लोग उस हिसाब से काम भी कराएंगे आपसे. Okay, so I mean, पैसे इंडिया में भी हैं. I will never say India में पैसे नहीं हैं. If you are at the right place, right time, you have the right skill sets, India has a lot of money also.
Correct.
If it's about money, please don't come here.
If it is only about money.
If it's only about money. And or if you're a person who really likes to have like a big social circle, बहुत friends, बहुत every weekend, यहाँ immediately वो होना थोड़ा difficult होगा.
Take time, right.
Germans take time to warm up. Okay, so उनसे दोस्ती is not इंडिया में 2 बार मिले दोस्ती हो गई. It takes a lot of time. But once they make friends with you, like now when I have German friends, I mean, I can message them, I can call them at 1 o'clock in the night, and within 5 minutes they will be at my place. Yeah, so उनकी दोस्ती is a different level की, but it takes a lot of time.
Makes sense. Because colleagues are not friends. That's a German slang. But as I said, but if you create a rapport over the period of time, definitely you can, you can make them friends.
Yes.
That's correct. Okay, I think that was it.
That was a very interesting and insightful conversation.
Thank you. Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming, Sneha. I think a lot of answers that you gave, either for the students, for the professional, I think that definitely will be helpful.
All the answers were very worthwhile for us as well. Like we also came to know about so many information, like the specifically the websites which you mentioned. That was also very useful for us.
Yeah, especially for the influencer market also.
Yes.
A lot of jobs. Yes, as I learned at the end, the summary means the crux is yes, there are jobs.
Yes.
But then you have to research what is needed for you. Either you're coming into skill category, what is needed here, and then if you can fulfill those, yes, then definitely is there. And again, the work-life balance, another aspect one has to look into. Just blindly follow the influencing market will not help. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.